Welcome to the Caribbean Edge. My name is Dawn Wilson, and I'm so happy to have a beautiful panel. I'm excited because we have Olivia-Grace, who is joining us again from Jamaica. Hi, Olivia-Grace.
It's unmuted.
Hi, sweetie. Welcome back to the Caribbean Edge, kids. And I understand you're going to read for us and sing for us. So our 4-year-old is back. We're so excited to have you all the time. And we have Anai, who attends Bethlehem Junior Academy. Hi, Anai. Welcome to TCE, kids.
Hi, Auntie Dawn.
Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. And we also have Sarah joining us. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to TCE, kids.
Hi, Auntie Dawn.
Thank you. And we're going to get to know our kids a little bit. Auntie Sophie and I are here. We're excited. It's Sunday. And we want to give a big shout out to Auntie Nadine, who is also joining us. Hi, Auntie Nadine. How are you, Auntie Nadine?
I'm fine today. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me on your show once again. It's always a pleasure to see Auntie Sophie and you, Auntie Dawn, and these lovely kids. Hi, guys.
Hi. Auntie Sophie, how is your afternoon?
My afternoon is good, and it's going to get better because I am here with Olivia-Grace, Sarah, and Anai, and I can't wait to hear them read for me. So I am getting ready to be entertained. So thanks for having me. Nice to see you guys.
Awesome. So let's get to know Anai. Anai, how are you, sweetie?
I'm good, Auntie Dawn.
So how old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
Okay, tell us about which school you go to and what you want to be when you grow up.
I go to Bethlehem Junior Academy, and I want to be a teacher when I grow up.
Ah, that's so awesome. We love teachers and we love Bethlehem Junior Academy. They are actually a proud sponsor of TCE Kids. So Auntie Sophie and I always have fun when you kids come on our program. So thank you, welcome. And what do you do for fun, Anai?
I cheer for fun.
You cheer for fun. That's awesome. Auntie Dawn used to be a cheerleader at St. Hugh's in Jamaica. Not too long ago. And Sarah, how are you? Welcome to TCE Kids again. How are you, sweetie?
I'm fine.
Good. So tell us about you. What do you want to do when you grow up and how old are you?
I'm 12 years old and I want to be an artist when I grow up.
An artist. Very nice. And where are you streaming from right now?
I'm streaming from Jamaica.
From Jamaica. So you know if you chat Patois?
Yes.
Yes. Well, good morning, good afternoon to you. I'm so glad I have somebody who can chat Patois with me. So a mango season. How are the mangoes there?
Miss, they're very sweet.
They're very sweet, that's for sure. And what's your favorite mango, Sarah?
My favorite mango is East Indian.
That's my favorite mango too. So we have something in common already. It's so sweet. I love East Indian mango. Auntie Nadine, you have a favorite mango?
Yes, I love East Indian mangoes. I love them. I love when the juice come down your hand and everything.
You start licking your hand with juice. I love it.
Makes me miss home, miss my yard.
Miss me yard, I know. Even though you plant mangoes here, it's not the same like the mangoes in Jamaica. It's just a distinct difference. So we appreciate mango season. If you love mango, put it in the chat and tell us which one. I know Auntie Sophie is Bombay mango. All right. So let's run over to our little 4-year-old Olivia-Grace, who is also joining us from Jamaica. How are you, sweetie?
I'm fine, Auntie.
You're fine. So you know any patois? You have any patois food today?
Yes, Auntie.
What? Tell Auntie something.
Me go beach for the summer.
You go beach for your summer?
Yes, Auntie.
So you gonna take your Auntie Sophie and Auntie Nadine and Auntie Dawn with you?
Yes, Auntie.
Yes, we'll come beach with you. I love you. All right, so what story do you have for us, Olivia?
David and the Goliath.
Okay, so take us away.
The Philistines were enemies of God. Their army came to fight King Saul's army. A giant soldier named Goliath yelled, "Bring out your best soldiers to fight me. If your strong soldiers defeat me, I'll be your slaves." He boomed, "If I defeat him, you will be your slaves." King Saul's soldiers were afraid. They did not want to fight the giant. Meanwhile, young David was talking to his two brothers. There were soldiers in King Saul's army. When David reached the camp, he saw Goliath. But David heard the giant challenge. "I am not afraid to fight the giant," said King David. King Saul called for David and told him, "You cannot fight the giant. You are too young." David replied, "God will be with me." King Saul gave his armor to David, but it was big and heavy. David was used to wearing armor. David went to a nearby spring and picked up 5 stones. He stood before Goliath. The giant laughed at him, but David didn't care. He said, "I come before you in the name of the Lord, who is over all." David put a stone in a sling and went toward the giant. Then he let the stone fly. It hit Goliath's forehead, and he fell to the ground. The Philistines saw that the hero was dead. They ran away. The end.
Oh, thank you so much. You always blow me away that you're only 4 years old. And I must say to your parents, you are a phenomenal, bright young lady. I can't just watch you. I can't wait to see what you become in the future if you're this outstanding at 4 years old. I just want to hug your parents.
Auntie!
You're so welcome and thank you. You are beautiful and amazing, and we appreciate you. Auntie Sophie, I know you want to say something.
Auntie Dawn, is there any word in the dictionary this child doesn't know? She reads flawlessly. The young lady's reading soldier, Palestine, armor, and she's just reading and all with expression. Thank you so much, Olivia-Grace. And you are going to be the inspiration for all the little boys and girls watching, and they want to read just like you, and they're telling their parents, "Mommy, I want to learn to read now." She's 4 years old. Thank you, parents. Thank you so much. Thank you, Olivia-Grace.
Auntie Nadine.
You're welcome,
Wow, she's amazing. We have someone very special on our hands, guys.
I know we absolutely do. And her brother joined us too. So we thank the parents that are doing just such amazing things in supporting their children. and sharing them with the Caribbean Edge Kids family. So thank you, parents and teachers. And so, Anai, let's switch over to you. We welcome you and we hope it's not your last time on the program. Let's see what book you have for us. Maybe something beautiful. I'm dying to hear what this book is all about. And where's your family from?
My family is from the Bahamas.
The Bahamas. Beautiful. And why did you pick that particular book?
I picked this book because I read this to my sister sometimes when she goes to bed.
Oh, and see, that's amazing in itself that you're taking time out to read to your sister. How old is your sister?
She's 4.
She's 4 years old. Awesome. And you're being an awesome big sister. So thank you. So let's see what this book is all about. We're excited.
In the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she drew a blank piece of paper, Mara thought to herself, maybe, and because of this, her room was filled with color and heart was filled with joy. On her way to school, one day Mara gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of the shop down the street. She gave her a flower to Mrs. Lopez, the lady with the sparkly eyes. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sack and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets on her way home. Mara trapped a glowing sun into the wall, hiding in the shadow. Her city was less gray, but not much. The next day, Mara saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. He took at her sun. He held his fingers up in a square and peered through them. He said thoughtfully, "What do you see?" Mara asked. "Maybe something beautiful," the man replied. Just like that, he dipped a brush into the paint. Bam, pow. The shadow secured away. The blue sky cut through the gloom. The man's ladder was like a rainbow spreading across the sky. "Who are you?" Mara asked. "I'm an artist," he said. "A marvelous. I paint on walls." "I'm an artist too," she told him. He handed Mara a paintbrush too. "Then come on." Mara dipped it in the loudest color she saw. Yowee! The wall lit up like sunshine. As the man drew pictures on the bricks, Mara added color, punch, and plaids. Soon Mr. Sack joined in, then came others. Everyone painted to the rim. Salads Virgin Bach. Even Mara said Mara's mama painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood came a gay block party until the policeman walked up. "Excuse me," he said. The music stopped. Mara put her paintbrush down. Then they were suddenly in trouble. The officer cleaned his throat, then paused. "May I paint with you?" he asked. So Mara handed him a paintbrush. And then the music started again. Teachers and papas jumped, and babies too. Mara and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spreaded through the streets, so did joy. Wherever Mara and the man went, art followed like a string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted uniquely boxes and benches and decorated sidewalks with property and shine. And everyone danced together, and they created something more beautiful than they have ever imagined. When they clothes were splattered in million colors, everyone sat down to rest, expected the muralist. His eyes sparkled. "You, my friend, are all artists," he told them. "The world is your canvas," he smiled wide, then pulled everything together in a big sweep mountains. His paintbrush was like a magic wand. When he finished, Mara added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, maybe, just maybe. The end.
Maybe, just maybe. I love the part that says the world is your canvas. That is such a beautiful saying. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I wish I learned that at your age. And it's so amazing that you're reading that book for your sister. And as you're reading, all I can think about is all the different colors that are out there. So beautiful. And as I get older, I appreciate colors more. I was used to black and white, and now I like color everything. I like the pop of blues and the yellows, and just brightens up a room. So thank you, Anai. Auntie Sophie?
Yes, thank you, Anai. And guess what? Miss Sarah wants to be an artist. So that was a great book for her. I'm sure she enjoyed it. Thanks for sharing that. And yes, the world is our canvas. We're free to just paint and explore and make everything so vibrant and beautiful. And I like Auntie Dawn, they included some music and dancing because that's what it's all about, right? Being creative. As you're being creative, you're adding life and luster and vigor. Thanks for reading that. And thank you for sharing with your little sister. Keep on being an inspiration to her and a good role model, okay? Good girl. Thank you.
Thank you. Auntie Nadine?
Oh, I love the part with the dancing, the block party. That was my favorite part. Even the policeman, wow, that was amazing. Everybody was jumping in and having fun. It was not only a canvas for painting, but a canvas for dance and fun and laughter.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Sarah, let's dig in with you. What book do you have to share?
I'll be reading Curious George Visits the Library by Margaret and H.A. Lewis.
Any reason you picked that particular book?
The reason I picked this particular book is because the first we're reading books and this is about the library, and also my little brother, he also likes this book.
Awesome. All right, share with us.
This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today, George and his friend, the man with the yellow hat, were at the library. George had never been to the library before. He had never seen so many books before either. Everywhere he looked, people were reading. Some people read quietly to themselves. But in the children's room, the librarian was reading out loud. It was story hour. George loved stories. He sat down with a group of children to listen. The librarian was reading a book about a bunny. George liked bunnies. Behind the librarian was a book about a dinosaur. George liked dinosaurs even more. He hoped she would read it next. But next, the librarian read a book about a train. George tried to sit quietly and wait for the dinosaur book to be read. But sometimes it is hard for a little monkey to be patient. When the librarian started a story about jungle animals, George could not wait any longer. He had to see the dinosaur book. He tiptoed closer. "Look, a monkey!" shouted a girl. The librarian put her finger to her lips. "We must be quiet so everyone can hear," she said nicely. "But there's a monkey," said a boy. The librarian nodded and smiled. "Mm-hmm," she agreed. When she finished reading the jungle story, the librarian reached for the dinosaur book. Where did it go? And where was George? George was all ready to take the dinosaur book home and read it with his friend when another book caught his eye. This book was about trucks. George wanted to take it home too. And here was a book about elephants. George loved elephants. He added it to his pile. George found so many good books. He soon had more than he could carry. He leaned against a shelf to rest. Squeak went the shelf. "Shh," said a man. Squeak went the shelf again, and it moved. Why, it wasn't really a shelf after all. George had found a special cart for carrying books. What luck! Now George could carry all the books he wanted. He rolled the cart between the shelves and stacked up books about boats and kites and baking cakes. He climbed higher to reach books about cranes and planes. At last, George had all the books he could handle. He couldn't wait to head home and start reading. And right in front of him was a ramp leading to the door. George was curious. Could he roll the cart all the way home? Down the ramp George went. The cart rolled faster and faster. "Stop!" a library volunteer shouted. "Come back here with my cart!" But George was too excited to listen. The cart was picking up speed and George was having fun. Until crash! George and the cart ran smack into a shelf of encyclopedias. Books flew up in the air, and so did George. He landed in a big pile right between O and P. "Oh no," moaned the volunteer when he saw the mess George had made. "How am I going to put away all of these books?" "I'd like to borrow this one," said a boy from Story Hour. "And I'll take this one," said a girl. With help from George and the children, the books were sorted in no time. Soon there was just a small pile of George's favorites left. "Would you like to take those books home with you?" the volunteer asked George. Then he took George to a special desk and helped him get his very own library card. George was holding his brand new card when his friend arrived with a stack of books of his own. "There you are, George," he said. I see you are all ready to check out." George and his friend gave their books to the librarian. She smiled when she saw George's pile. I was wondering where this dinosaur book went, she said. It's one of my favorites too. The librarian stamped the books and handed them back to George. With his book under one arm, George waved goodbye to the volunteer, the librarian, and the children from Story Hour. Come see us again, George, the librarian said, waving back. Enjoy your books. And he did. The end.
I was so caught up in you, Sarah, as a reader. Your expressions, your clear tone. You are a beautiful young lady. You read so well. Oh my gosh, you just blew us away. What an example for young girls out there. Auntie Sophie.
Yes, I'm sitting up and listening to her, and I was in the library with George. I was going through, picking up all the books. And you know what? I like that she chose this book because we're encouraging readers. We would like at this moment to tell all the parents to make sure each of your kid gets a library card. Make sure they join the library. It's a world of possibility waiting for you. You can go into so many different areas by reading. You see how many different books George was? He wanted them all. He wanted them all. So that is beautiful. Thank you. And I too have a book from Curious George, but I'm not going to read it today. Curious George saves his pennies. So parents, you can try to get the series of Curious George by Margaret and I think Harey Harris or something, but great stuff. Thanks for choosing that book. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
And Auntie Nadine.
I love that book. And you know something, guys? That's a foreshadowing of my story today because it's about a monkey. Yes. So I enjoyed it, Sarah, because we can see different kinds of monkeys and what they're up to. And it was fun that he was giving trouble in the library because guess what? They are very, very much like that, right? Yes. Thank you, Sarah. That was amazing.
So Auntie Nadine, I'm just going to segue right into you. Take us away.
Yes, of course. We're going to go right into what we have planned today, right? Yes, ma'am. So are we ready, guys? Are we ready for a little concert? All right, get ready, right? Because we're ready for a concert today, right? There's a concert here for you and me. There's a concert here today. There's a concert here for all of we. There's a concert here today. Bam, bam. One day we're going to sing the whole song, but today we're performing a story about a monkey. Him live at Hope Zoo. Yes, him live at Hope Botanical Gardens in Jamaica. Yes, man, this monkey name, Kuno Munu. What name? Kuno
Munu.
Yes, and the name of the story is Kuno Munu Monkey. Right, yes. Now, before we start the story, we have to learn a little song, right? Okay, now listen to the song. It goes. Kuno Munu Monkey jump and prance. Kuno Munu Monkey swing and dance. Swing and dance. Swing and dance. Kuno Munu Monkey jump and prance. Let's try. Kuno Munu Monkey jump and prance. Kuno Munu Monkey swing and dance. Swing and dance. Swing and dance. Kuno Munu Monkey jump and prance. All right. Keep it in your back pocket. Because guess what? You might want to sing with me when time comes, right? So now here are our characters, right? We have Brother Monkey, Papa Monkey, Brother Parrot, Dr. Bird, and Brother Mongoose. All right. Now, one time, man, long ago, there was a flighty little monkey that did live in a one cage up at Hope Zoo. Every Sunday evening, him hear the military band concert a play. Him start swing and dance up and down, round and round in the cage. Poor thing, him did well want go out and jump up with the picnic them out there. Him always a listen to them play a ring game. It must be so much fun, he thought. And those nice children would be my best friends since them always I give him greater cake and gizzarda. No. Well, One day, him hear them a play him favorite song. Go down a Manuel Road, gal and boy, speak a broke rock stone. Go down a Manuel Road, gal and boy, speak a broke rock stone. Broke them one by one, gal and boy, broke them two by two. Finger mash no cry, gal and boy, member play we a play. Go down a Manuel Road, gal and boy, speak a broke rock stone. Go down a Manuel Road, gal and boy, speak a broke rock stone. Broke them one by one, gal and boy, broke them two by two. That did it. Something jump up in a him, and him take brave face and go to him father. Him say, Papa, I want to explore the world. I'm tired of this cage. Give me what you have for me and make me go. Me dear, Papa Monkey get bringle pan him. You think out there nice? No bother with that. Monkey must know where him have to go put him tail first before him have to wear trousers. You not ready? You're safer here and we have food for eat. Here, brother Monkey. No, Papa. You always say we must find our roots. And we not belong in a cage. No worry yourself, Papa. Wise monkey know which tree to climb. With Papa, well, guess what? Papa have to don't keep silent now, cause guess what? I feel him word. One. The only thing I have for you is the gift of jump and prance, which you already have inside of you. The next Saturday morning, brother Monkey turn key man Panwy and thief the key out of the zookeeper pocket, open the cage and drop the key a ground. Him father sit down and look upon him with a heavy heart and send brother Mongoose with the key. Key man, key man, key man, key man. Key man lock the door and gone. Key man, key man, key man, key man. Key man lock the door and gone. Yes, my dear, him lock the door and gone about him business. And brother Monkey get ready the next day to explore the world. Him peep out of the bush and see one long stretch of grass to ramp and the shell band stand where the people then play music and dance. Him face light up now cause him sure him gonna get greater cake, gizzarda and all paradise plum. But poor thing, was sweet manny goat, I go run him belly. When him reach the shell band stand, him see the pitner play a ring game in a one circle and him skin catch a fire. A long time him do under this. What can you do, Punchinella, little fellow? What can you do, Punchinella, little fellow? We can do it too, Punchinella, little fellow. We can do it too, Punchinella, little fellow. Same time, me no know what get up in a brother Monkey. Him not jump in the circle, in the ring game and start to show them when can do like a him a Punchinella. Me say, him start jump up and down and prance in the middle of the circle. So till one picnic say, see one monkey there? Him look like him a kuno monkey. And the whole of the picnic them start bust out a laugh and start sing. Kuno muno monkey jump and prance. Kuno muno monkey swing and dance. Swing and dance. Swing and dance. Kuno muno monkey jump and prance. Kuno muno monkey jump and prance. Kuno muno monkey swing and dance. Swing and dance. Swing and dance. Kuno muno monkey jump and prance. All of a sudden, poor brother monkey start to have tizzy. one of the picnic them now grab him tail and spin him round and round like a slingshot in the middle of the circle and start tease poor brother monkey. Him dry him ears, him pull him nose, scratch him back, fling him up and down like him a hot callaloo. Mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito jump in a hot callaloo. Mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito jump in a hot callaloo. Yes, all brother monkey a try run away. Them a crowd him nearly kill him. Lord Jesus, kill him and them a play. Bully in the pen, can't come out. Bully in the pen, can't come out. Bully in the pen, can't come out. Save your Lord pilot way. Same time, guess what? One parrot. Brother parrot fly over the circle and see and start fret for brother monkey, and I'll call Dr. Bird to help him. Oh boy, brother parrot use him head fast and swoop down in the circle, right? And when him swoop down, him distract the picnic them from the brother monkey. And as him fly down in the picnic them scatter. And brother monkey jump out of the circle and start run. He jump and prance from tree to tree. So till he reach the top of the shell bandstand and start swing on top of the concert where I go on. See him up there? You see him? Here one of the picnic them. See him up there? Him bottom expose. The higher monkey climb. Him bottom expose. And them start laugh and laugh and laugh and start sing. Kuna monkey jump and prance. Kuna monkey swing and dance. Swing and dance. Swing and dance. Kuna monkey jump and prance. Same time, guess what? Dr. Bird here. Wagwan. Him here say brother parrot call him. And him quick fast fly over to brother monkey. To see if him can help. Hear him now? Monkey jump out a frying pan into the fire. Come, follow me. Jump and prance from tree to tree. And brother monkey so glad to see Dr. Bird. Him start jump and prance from tree to tree and up and down the Hope Garden maze, right through and through the rocky road with Dr. Bird till them last the pit in the backyard. Right through the rocky road, sing Charlie Molly Collie. Right through the rocky road, sing Charlie Molly Collie. Right through the Miss my dear, right through and through the rocky road, sing Charlie Molly Collie. Them big mouth gal me not chat to them, sing Charlie Molly Collie. Sing Charlie Molly Collie. Yes, my dear. And Papa Monkey look out of the cage and see brother monkey a prance and a come back with Dr. Bird. Him send brother mongoose quick fast to come with the key. To show him say, all fire stick easy fi catch and blood thicker than water. Meaning what? Old love is easily rekindled, and the bond between a father and a son is very strong, right? Right? So, boys and girls, in the world that we live in, what? All that glitters is not always gold, and everything is not as appealing as it looks. There are those who may take you for granted, not knowing who you are inside. So what? Be grateful. Be grateful for those who love you, right? And what else? Never forget your roots. Remember now, no swap black dog for monkey, right? Don't bite the hands that feed you, right? Don't try to kill the goose that laid the golden egg. Don't bite the hands that feed you. Don't try to kill the goose that laid a golden egg. Cause if you do, it's gonna be bad. Whoa. Well tried. Oh yeah, you got to be crazy. If you try to leave me. Oh yeah, you got to be crazy. If you try to leave me. Oh yeah. Wanty, wanty, whoa. Yeah.
Nadine. The kids are having a blast.
And so
thank you.
Olivia's face. Oh my, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm so happy. Awesome.
Absolutely. I want to go to the kids. Olivia-Grace. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, Auntie.
Did you have fun watching Auntie Nadine?
Yes, Auntie.
Yes, your face lit up over there. She's still smiling. And Sarah, did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did.
Good. I don't know. She took us down such memory lane. A lot of things that you kids won't understand yet, but hopefully your parents will be able to watch this and translate some of it for you. And how are you, Anai?
I'm good, Auntie Dawn.
Did you enjoy Auntie Nadine today?
Yes, and my favorite part was when she sang the
I know she had us all rocking. There's nothing like music, right? It touches our soul. Thank you, Auntie Nadine. Auntie Sophie.
Yes, Kuno Muno Monkey love to dance. Kuno Muno Monkey sing and prance. I loved it, Auntie Nadine. And you kids may not be aware of some of the words she used in her story. But for Anai, remember, picnic is children. So some of the Jamaican vernacular, she used a Jamaican dialect called Patois, but it was fun. And we, Auntie Dawn and I remembered some of these little games the kids play, bull in a pen, can't come out. So those are the fun things we did. And Hope Gardens is in Jamaica. It's a big, beautiful botanical garden. And it also has a little mini zoo where there are animals. So for those kids who are not from Jamaica, Auntie Nadine took us right to Jamaica and shared some of the stories and the games that we played in Jamaica as children. So thanks for sharing, Auntie Nadine.
Of course, Auntie Sophie, it was my pleasure. And do you know they still have the band concerts on Sunday evenings?
Oh, that
yes, they do. Yes, the Jamaica Military Band who used to play for years ago. In fact, I did a performance and this is why I have this up. So I said, might as well I do a story about Hope Gardens because, you know, I think the kids would enjoy it knowing that, you know, this exists and it's becoming so much more beautiful more and more each year.
Each year, so, wonderful. Yeah. So Sarah is going to go to Hope Gardens on our next trip. She will.
And them have in the Kuno Muno song, you must look for him and stare still. Kuno Muno monkey, jump and prance. And when you see him, sing the song for him.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful cultural journey you just shared with the entire world. It's just letting people into our rich culture. So thank you, Auntie Nadine. We enjoyed that. And I see the chat going off. Everyone's excited for that. And I know Olivia-Grace, she mentioned just before we went live that she wants to sing for us. So Olivia-Grace, not sure which song you have for us, but let's hear you. You ready to sing?
Yes, Auntie.
All right. Finger mash, no cry. Member play, we are play, gallant boy. Thank you, Olivia-Grace. Oh my God, what a great follow-up to Auntie Nadine. The energy of a 4-year-old. We are so glad. We have our own concert going on today.
To the concert? All right.
I
There's a
know,
concert
thank
here
you.
too.
We just love all the singing, the joy, the reading. We can't thank you all enough. Thank you so much, Olivia-Grace. And you are one beautiful child, very talented. You're showing other young girls and boys that it's fun to sing and dance and enjoy life. So thank you. And make facial expressions too. Auntie Sophie, take us away.
Well, Auntie Dawn, it's 1:46, and I think I'm gonna try to do a little story in time before we close. And I know Anai is learning a lot today because we have just delved into so much of our culture from Jamaica, and her family is from Bahamas. So it's like a different set of cultural experiences, right? From the Bahamas to Jamaica. But here, kids, I have a little story from Jamaica, and it's called, well, it's an Anansi story. If you've watched the program before, you've heard about Brother Anansi. We like to call our characters by brother this and brother that and brother. So we talked about Brother Monkey and so on. So this is Brother Anansi. The Anansi stories, Miss Anai, because you're not familiar, is originated in West Africa. They were brought to Jamaica and other parts of the New World by Ashanti slaves. And they were handed down orally, means they were told from generation to generation. Anansi exists as a spider, a man, or a combination of the two. Now, I know Sarah knows about Anansi, and Olivia-Grace have heard. Anansi's no goody two shoes. Sometimes he's known as greedy, lazy, or he's an inventive trickster, cunning and very smart, always up to something. He loves a good joke. And when he's not sleeping, oh boy, he loves to sleep because they say he's lazy. He's always up to something. So let's see if we could find out what Anansi is up to today. This story is called Anansi and the Turtle. So Brother Anansi and Brother Turtle. Now, once there lived a spider called Anansi. He was a very greedy spider and did not like sharing any of his things with others. He didn't like to share. I know Sarah loves to share, Anai loves to share, and Olivia-Grace loves to share, but not Brother Anansi. One day he collected some lovely yams from his garden and he cooked them with utmost care. The delicious smell of yams were made Anansi hungrier. He somehow managed to wait till it was lunchtime. Just as he sat down to consume his delicious meal, he heard a knock on his door. Anansi was irritated and he opened the door quickly. It was the turtle standing at the door. He was, or rather, he has been traveling for a very long time and he looked very tired and hungry. Hello, Anansi. What are you cooking? I can smell something really delicious, the turtle said. Oh, I have cooked some yams for lunch, Anansi said reluctantly. Oh, can I please stay for lunch? I am hungry and tired of all the traveling, the turtle said. Anansi was not willing to share his food with the turtle, but it was a custom in the country to share food with visitors who came during lunch or during dinner time. So Anansi could not refuse. Nevertheless, he was determined not to share his delicious yams with the turtle. Please have a seat and enjoy your meal, Anansi said to the turtle. Both of them sat on the chairs. The turtle was about to help himself to a share of the yam when Anansi suddenly stopped him. Don't you know that you must clean your hands before you touch your meal? Please wash your hands before you eat, Anansi instructed the turtle. The turtle took a look at his hands and he saw that they were full of dirt as he had been walking for a long time. He went to a nearby river and returned after washing his hands. Anansi had already started to eat his meal. The yams were getting really cold, so I started my lunch. Please join me now, explained Anansi. However, even this time when the turtle reached for his meal, Anansi stopped him by giving him the same reason. The poor turtle saw that his hands had become dirty again as he walked back from the river to the house. The turtle was very hungry and tired by now, but he still went back to the river to wash his hands. This time, he was determined not to let his hands get dirty. He was careful and he walked only on the grass to keep his hands clean. But by the time he reached the table, Anansi had already finished all the food except for a morsel. That means a tiny speck that was spared for the turtle. The turtle was angry and humiliated. Thank you for the lovely lunch. I would like to invite you over to my place for a meal someday, the turtle said, and he left. A few days had passed, and Anansi started thinking about the turtle's invitation. He was tempted to go for a sumptuous meal at the turtle's place. After all, he knew that the turtle was an amazing cook. One day, he went at the bank of the river under which the turtle had his house, and he stood there at dinner time. The turtle saw him and said, "Hello, Anansi! Thank you for coming. Please have dinner with me." The turtle invited Anansi inside his house, which was underwater. Anansi could not wait any longer and quickly dived into the water. But alas, he was too light and could not swim deep into the water. So guess what? Meanwhile, the turtle was ready with the delicious spread. Anansi tried every possible measure to go under the river. He tried a running jump, a belly flop, and a high dive, but could not go beneath the surface of the water. Anansi started thinking hard and finally decided to pick up some rocks and put them in the pockets of his jacket. His plan was successful, and this time Anansi reached straight down to the turtle's house after diving into the water with the rocks in his pocket that kept him down because that was like a weight. Anansi was impressed to see the delicious spread and was about to dig into the first bite when the turtle stopped him. "Dear Anansi, kindly remove your jacket before you touch the food. In our custom, we do not eat with our jackets on." Anansi saw that even the turtle was not wearing his jacket. Anansi reluctantly removed his jacket, which was full of rocks and pebbles. And of course, you know what happened. As soon as he took off the jacket with the heavy weight of the rocks and pebbles that kept him down, within no time, he went whoosh, rushing up to the surface of the water because he was so light, the water took him back. Anansi stood up there and he looked and saw the turtle slowly consuming the lovely meal. Anansi felt sad and he slowly crawled out of the water and he went away hungry, tired, and sad. Now, the moral of the story is never try to outsmart someone. You may find that you yourself are the one to be outsmarted. Now, when you read a regular story, you say the end. When we're finished with an Anansi story, we say, "Jack Mandora, me no choose none." The end.
Thank you, Auntie Sophie. Another Anansi story. So this has been such a cultural episode of the Caribbean Edge Kids. We certainly appreciate all our young readers today who definitely made this show historic with us. So thank you, Olivia, Grace, Sarah, and Anai. And it is a Caribbean American Heritage Month. So what better way to end our last Sunday in June? We also want to say enough respect. Happy birthday to the great reggae icon, Mr. Freddie McGregor, who has been on the Caribbean Edge show, but it's his birthday. So I want everybody to just sing happy birthday to Freddie McGregor. I spoke to him earlier today, but we're gonna send him this episode from TCE Kids so he can see that we love him and we're celebrating his birthday. So let's sing happy birthday. Everyone ready? Unmute, girls. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday, Freddie McGregor. Happy birthday to you.
Auntie Dawn.
Thank you.
Auntie Dawn, before you go, Auntie Nadine and I are going to sing to Freddie McGregor in the Jamaican style quickly for happy birthday. So Nadine, take it away, the Jamaican style. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, dear Freddie. Happy birthday.
Sing along now.
Happy birthday.
Join in, ready?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, dear Freddie. Happy birthday.
Pam pam. Yay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Auntie Nadine. Always a pleasure. Auntie Sophie, for your amazing and Auntie story as well. Our young reader, 4 years old, Olivia-Grace, and for your beautiful song today. Look at that face. And Anai, we thank you so much. And Sarah as well, all exceptional readers. We can't thank the parents and the teachers enough. So have an amazing week. And remember to love and be kind to each other. And remember to read. One love. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Walk good. Walk good.
Bye.